While Prince William wrestles with his emotions behind palace doors, there's one person quietly carrying the weight beside him. Kate Middleton. She's always been his strength, calm, composed, graceful under pressure. But lately, even Kate has found it difficult to hide her concern. According to close sources, the Princess of Wales can sense the growing distance not only between William and Harry, but also between William and his father, King Charles. Kate's been doing what she does best, keeping the family together. She listens, she comforts, she encourages William to forgive. But deep down, she knows reconciliation won't come easily this time. When Harry released his statement, accusing the palace of spreading false stories, it struck a nerve in William. He's tired of the drama. Tired of headlines that reopen old wounds. And most of all, tired of being portrayed as the cold brother. Kate, meanwhile, sees the toll it's taking on him. She's been focused on her royal duties, launching children's initiatives, attending public events, and always smiling for the cameras. But behind that smile, there's exhaustion and worry. A royal insider described Kate as being in self-preservation mode. She's trying to protect her family, especially their children, from the emotional chaos surrounding the monarchy. The move to their new home in Windsor was supposed to be a fresh start. A place for peace and privacy. But with tension still simmering between the brothers, and new challenges on William's royal calendar, peace remains out of reach. Kate knows William needs support now more than ever. But sometimes, even love and loyalty can't silence the noise that comes from within the royal walls. As the future king and queen prepare for another public appearance, they both wear their practiced smiles. But behind those smiles lies a story the world is only beginning to understand. While Prince William and Kate struggle to keep their balance, another royal watches the storm from the very top, King Charles III. He has spent months walking a delicate line, trying to bring his two sons back together, while protecting the dignity of the crown. For a father, that's the hardest duty of all. According to palace insiders, Charles still believes in reconciliation. He knows time is running short. That's why, in September, he agreed to meet Prince Harry privately at Clarence's house. It was their first real conversation in years. For a moment, hope returned. But that hope quickly faded once the press began reporting leaked details of the meeting. Harry's team called those reports categorically false, blaming what he called the men in grey suits, royal advisors who, he believes, don't want peace at all. Charles was heartbroken. He had risked his credibility, even faced criticism from his own staff, just to give peace a chance. And yet, the result was more tension, more mistrust. Inside the palace, opinions were divided. Some courtiers whispered that the king was making a colossal mistake, that Harry could not be trusted, that he might explode in the palace's face. But Charles doesn't see it that way. He still sees the boy he once tucked into bed at Kensington Palace, not the man who walked away from royal life. William, however, feels different. He thinks enough chances have already been given. And this difference in opinion is now another wedge, between father and son. The monarchy thrives on unity. Yet behind the gilded gates of Windsor, every handshake, every phone call, every family photo hides unspoken tension. And through it all, the king keeps hoping that one day, the people he loves most will find their way back to each other. But for now, reconciliation remains just out of reach. And the cracks in the royal family grow deeper by the day. Far from Windsor's quiet gardens, another royal life unfolds under California's sun. Prince Harry once called England home, now he calls it history. Yet no matter how many miles separate him from the palace, the past still follows. When Harry stepped back from royal duty, he said he needed peace. But peace has been hard to find. Every interview, every headline, every silence from his family feels like another battle. In private, friends say he still misses them, the laughter with William, the warmth of his father's voice, the shared duty to serve. But each attempt to reconnect seems to reopen old wounds. The trust once broken hasn't healed. Harry believes the monarchy can modernize, that truth should come before tradition. To him, speaking out isn't betrayal, it's honesty. Yet in the eyes of the palace, every word he speaks echoes louder than it should. The more he explains, the more distant he becomes. Even Meghan sees the toll it takes. Behind their smiles, there are moments of doubt, nights when Harry wonders if leaving really set him free, or if it simply built another kind of prison. Still, he holds on to hope that someday his children will know both sides of their family, without bitterness or blame. Because despite everything that's happened, one truth remains unchanged. Harry never stopped being a son, a brother, or a prince. Behind every royal headline, there's one figure who remains calm, steady, and graceful, the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton. To the world, she's a symbol of elegance. But behind closed doors, she's a wife, a mother, and a woman trying to hold a family together. Those close to Kate say she feels the tension more than anyone. She's seen William carry the weight of his mother's memory, his father's expectations, and his brother's absence. And each time she sees him struggle, she quietly absorbs some of that pain herself. Kate believes in duty, but even more, she believes in healing. She's tried to reach out, to build bridges between the brothers. Yet with every new report, every new misunderstanding, that bridge grows weaker. In public, her smile never fades. She knows the cameras are always watching, that even one frown could fuel another rumor. But when the palace gates close, she's simply Mummy, reading bedtime stories, packing lunches, reminding her children that love matters more than titles. Those who know her say that's her true strength. Not power. Not position. But patience. And though the future of the monarchy may change, one thing is certain. Kate Middleton's quiet strength continues to hold its heart together. Prince William, once the calm and composed future king, is reportedly facing one of the most emotional challenges of his life. And surprisingly, it's not just about royal duties or public pressure. It's about his own family. After months of distance, Prince Harry recently had a private meeting with King Charles at Clarence House. A moment that many hoped would bring peace. But instead, it seems to have created new tension within the royal circle. Insiders claim that this one conversation, between father and son, may have left William feeling isolated. He wasn't there. He wasn't consulted. And that, according to those close to him, has reopened old wounds that never truly healed. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has noticed the change too. Sources say she's trying to keep the peace, but deep down, she knows William is hurt, not by anger, but by disappointment. Because for William, loyalty means everything. Family unity is what his late mother, Princess Diana, always wanted. And now, watching his own family drift apart. It's a pain he cannot simply ignore. Behind the royal smiles and public appearances lies a man trying to hold everything together. The responsibilities of a future king. The expectations of a nation. And the emotional scars of a broken brotherhood. This is where the rift truly begins, not in public arguments or press headlines. But in the quiet moments of reflection when William wonders, how did it all go so wrong? For King Charles, the crown was never meant to feel this heavy. After waiting a lifetime to become monarch, he dreamed of leading with compassion, uniting his family under one purpose. But now, that same family seems more divided than ever. Those close to Charles say his greatest wish isn't power, it's peace. He still remembers the pain his own parents endured, the distance, the duty, the silence that replaced emotion. And he swore that, when his time came, he'd do things differently. Yet today, as tensions rise between Prince William and Prince Harry, Charles faces the same cold reality his mother once did. Sometimes, even a king can't fix a broken family. Behind the palace doors, Charles has reportedly reached out to both sons, hoping for reconciliation, even as advisors warn him it could backfire. They say he spends sleepless nights reflecting on what went wrong, replaying conversations that might have changed everything. He's a father first, a monarch second, torn between royal image and human emotion. Every decision he makes carries the weight of both. And as he watches his sons drift further apart, one question haunts him more than any other. Can love truly survive the legacy of the crown? Across the ocean, far from the palaces of his youth, Prince Harry walks a different path. He traded the royal stage for freedom and for peace, but that peace has not come easily. Every sunrise in California reminds him of what he gained, a family of his own, a life beyond the cameras, but every night brings the quiet ache of what he left behind. The laughter of his brother, the steady voice of his father, the familiar rhythm of duty. Harry's story is one of love and rebellion. He wanted to protect his wife and children from the same pain he once knew. But in doing so, he became the headline he tried to escape. Those close to him say he still hopes for reconciliation, that behind the interviews and the distance, there's a son who misses his family deeply. He reads every message from home with both hope and fear, wondering if forgiveness is possible, or if too much time has passed. For Harry, healing means more than returning to the palace. It means finding peace within himself, balancing the duty of a prince with the heart of a husband and father. And as the world watches, one truth remains clear. You can leave the crown behind, but the weight of it never truly fades.